Hi-ho, everybody. Hi-ho. It's your old pal Jack Norton here. Welcome to Jack Norton's Old Time Radio Show. Travel back in time with me for the next few minutes as I play some great old records from the 1920s, 30s, and 40s. Today we're shining a spotlight and spinning vintage tunes from Josh White and his guitar, the bluesman and civil rights pioneer. You're going to love this stuff. And of course, it's happening all at 78 revolutions per minute. So sit back, relax, grab yourself a cup of cheer, and escape into the forgotten sounds of yesteryear.
My dad is an engineer, my brother drives a hack, my sister takes in washing, and the baby falls a jack. And it looks like I'm never gonna seize my one My daddy longs to see me home, my brother share his bed, my sister yearns for me to have a roof above my head. And it looks like I'm never gonna seize my wandering. I've wandered early and late from New York City to the Golden Gate. I've been working on freighters, I've been working on the farm, and all I've got to show for it is a muscle in my arm. And it looks like I'm never gonna seize my wandering. And it looks like I'm never gonna seize my wandering. Snakes in the oceans and eels in the sea. I'll let a red-headed woman make a fool out of me. And it looks like I'm never gonna seize my There is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of a many poor girl and me, oh God, for one. Now if I had a listened to what my mama said, I'd have been at home today. Being so young and foolish, oh Lord, I let a rambler lead me astray. Go tell my baby sister, don't do what I have done. Please shun that house in New Orleans. They call the rising sun. Lord, I'm going back to New Orleans. My race is almost run. Yes, I'm going back to spend my life beneath that rising sun.
Oh man, it does not get any better than that. That is House of the Rising Sun. I think that's my favorite version of that classic tune. Josh White and his guitar, and kicking off the show, a moody, vibey, great old record. Josh White, Wanderings. Isn't that an amazing record? Oh, I love that. Well, friends, you're currently listening to a old-time nerd geeking out over shellac records. Jack Norton, that's the name. Jack Norton's Old Time Radio Show is the show. And I have a stack of records here you are not going to believe. I found a little treasure trove. I had a few Josh White and his guitar records in my collection, but over the, I guess it was last month, I was doing some traveling, playing some music, and I found several records that I think you're going to really like. So today, we're doing something a little different here. If you've been a long-time listener, I usually am all over the map, and I just kind of pull out whatever feels good and start playing it. And today, what feels good is just shining a spotlight on Josh White. Now, Josh is a fella, you know, he's not as remembered as a lot of blues guys. He's a great, great, great guitar player. I'm going to play you some stuff where it's going to make your head spin how good his guitar playing is. And a lot of his records are just him and his guitar. He also has some tasty band every so often, but great, great guitar player. And he ended up kind of working in the civil rights movement and was kind of a pioneer, Renaissance man. Great, great, great singer. So I think you guys are going to like this. Let me know what you think of this format. If you want me to go back to chaos, well, the only constant is chaos in my life. Anyhow, let's keep things rolling. I think you're going to like this. Josh White and his guitar. That's all we're going to be playing for the next hour.
Southern trees bear a strange fruit, blood on the leaves and blood at the root, black bodies swinging in the southern breeze, strange fruit hanging from the poplar trees. Oh, oh, pastoral scenes of the gallant South, of the bulging eyes and the twisted mouth, scent of magnolia, sweet and fresh, and the sudden smell of burning flesh. Here is a fruit for the crows to pluck, for the rains to gather, and for the winds to suck, for the sun to rot, for the trees to drop. Oh, here is a strange and bitter cry. It was down by old Joe's barroom, on a corner of the square. They were serving drinks as usual, and the usual crowd was there. On my left stood Big Joe McKennedy, and his eyes were bloodshot red, and he turned his face to the people. These were the very words he said. I was down to St. James Infirmary. I saw my baby there. She was stretched out on a long white table, so sweet, cool, and so fair. Let her go, God bless her, wherever she may be. She may search this whole wide world over, never find a sweeter man as me. When I die, please bury me in my high-top Stetson hat. Put a $20 gold piece on my watch chain. The gang all know I died standing pat. Let her go, God bless her, wherever she may be. She may search this whole wide world over, never find a sweeter man as me. I want 6 crap shooters to be my pallbearer, 3 pretty women to sing a song, stick a jazz band on my hearse wagon, raise hell as I stroll along. Let her go, God bless her, wherever she may be. She may search this whole wide world over, she'll never find a sweeter man as me. I'm gonna move way out on the outskirts of town. I'm gonna move way out on the outskirts of town. 'Cause I don't want nobody who's always hanging round. Now let me tell you, baby, Gonna move you way, way from here. Don't want no Iceman. Gonna buy you a Frigidaire when we move. Way on the outskirts of town. 'Cause I don't want nobody who's always hanging round. Wake up every morning, low down and dirty shame. Got your men, baby, pecking on my window pane. That's why I'm gonna move you way on the outskirts of town. 'Cause I don't want nobody who's always hanging round. Well, it may seem funny, honey, funny as can be ever have any children. Let them all just look like me when we move way on the outskirts of town. 'Cause I don't want nobody who's always hanging round. I saw you wiggling and giggling. I'm as mad as I can be. We've got 7 children, and none of them look like me. That's why I'm gonna leave you way on the outskirts of town. 'Cause I don't want nobody who's always sneaking round. I'm gonna sing this verse, and I ain't gonna sing no more. Now ain't you happy? Red Carter Mighty, sing this through. Ain't gonna sing no more. Put your man in your bed and put your husband down on the floor.
Well, kicking off that set, that was Strange Fruit. I know you've heard the Billie Holiday version, but not many people have heard the Josh White and his guitar version. Strange Fruit. What a incredible record. You can just feel the soul dripping through the grooves on that one. And we heard a great take on St. James Infirmary. And finishing things off on that set was Outskirts of Town. I love that. You know, I'm usually supposed to tell a joke right here, and I don't think I feel like it today. It just doesn't, I just am not in the mood. I've been so busy this past week, and I've been doing spring cleaning, and, you know, I just getting rid of stuff, and I actually even decided to sell my vacuum cleaner. It was just gathering dust. Snuck up on you there, didn't it?
This is a story of a town I know, a place that you should see. It's on the banks of North Africa, by the Mediterranean Sea. Well, the name of this town is Oran. The name of this town is Oran. The name of this town is Oran. Johnny, give me a souvenir to make you more acquainted with the people and their ways. I might as well tell you.
What is that?
Some of the things they say. Give me bonbon, chocolate and chewing gum. Gotta have some bonbon, chocolate and chewing gum. It's good now, bonbon, chocolate and chewing gum. Johnny, give me souvenir when you're walking down the street. Well, the first chick you like to meet, she'll be draped in a long white sheet.
With what?
No shoes on her feet. I asked one for a date, but my lingo wasn't straight, 'cause she shook her head. Kinda clean, nay, no complete. Oh, but then a little later, she began to understand, 'cause she held out her hand and said, see,
and
this is what you laid on me, you can get it for
bon chocolate and chewing
Mamma
gum.
mia,
Bon chocolate and chewing
Cinderella,
gum.
bon
Bon chocolate and chewing
Oh,
gum.
Johnny, give me souvenir They Johnny you this, they Johnny you that, Johnny to each other. I swear one day we heard one say, Johnny to his mother, give me bonbon,
chocolate and chew,
rock me with bonbon,
chocolate and chew,
squeeze me some bonbon,
chocolate and chew,
now Johnny is souvenir. Now that the years have gone by and everybody's back, I'm going to tell you one thing. I'll never take my hat off the rack. Oh, but there's one thing I hope for both night and day.
What is that?
I'll wake up one morning
And
hear somebody say, can I get some?
bon chocolate and chewing
It's good now.
Bon chocolate and
Make
chewing
me love it,
bon chocolate and chewing
now.
Johnny give me souvenir, oh, Johnny give me souvenir, oh, Johnny give me souvenir. A peddler once was a-passing by. His cart with fruit was laden high, and as he drove along he cried across the village green, oh, apples and peaches and cherries, oh, apples, peaches and cherries. His daughter sat beside him there. She was young as she was fair, all glowing with a beauty rare, made of sweet 16. Oh, apples, peaches and cherries. Apples, peaches, cherries. A young lad beckoned from the door. He bought some fruit and then bought more. His longing eyes were begging for the lovely maid to stay, crying apples and peaches and cherries, crying apples, peaches and cherries. The young maid blushed to see him stare. His eyes went wandering everywhere until the peddler's cart was bare, and they went on their way crying apples, peaches and cherries, crying apples, peaches and cherries. He sought and found her in the mart. He wooed and won the maiden's heart, and now 10 children ride the cart, and there'll be many more crying apples, peaches and cherries. Apples, peaches, cherries. Now if there is a moral here, such fruitfulness will make it clear. So shut your window when you hear a peddler at your door crying apples, peaches, cherries, crying apples, peaches and cherries.
Now hard times gets my gold, had to pawn my shoes and my overcoat. After all my hard traveling, and all these things by coming my way. Folks, I'm down, I ain't got no friends, but I don't worry, they'll need my help again. After all, my heart traveling, all these things start coming my way. Tell me, baby, what makes you hold your head so high? When you hold your head, baby, that's the way you'll die. After all, my heart traveling, all these things start coming my way. My mama's away and my daddy's dead. I ain't got nobody and I'm seldom fed. But after all, my heart traveling, all these things by coming my way. How can you blame a poor man like me from crime when everything I say folks swear that I'm lying? After all, my heart traveling, all these things by coming my way. Sun's gonna shine in my back door someday. It's gonna rise, baby, and blow my blues away. After all, my heart traveling, all these things by coming my way. I'm gonna leave here walking, baby, just as I am. I ain't got no money, Lord, I'm in a jam. But after all, my heart traveling, all these things by coming my way.
All right, well, you're listening to Josh White and his guitar over on Jack Norton's Old Time Radio Show. That was Hard Time Blues. Before that, you heard Apples, Peaches, and Cherries. And kicking things off, bonbons, chocolate, and chewing gum. Aren't you hungry now? Oh, that sounds good. Which would you rather have, apples, peaches, and cherries, or bonbons, chocolates, and chewing gum? Well, either way, as you think about that, remember, you are listening to Jack Norton's Old Time Radio Show. If you'd like to learn more about the show, you can find me over at jacknortonmusic.com. And to connect with me on socials, just search Jack Norton Music and you should find me. Coming up, we're going to be listening to more Josh White. He's got two classics. You're going to love these. Joshua Fit, the Battle of Jericho, and then the good old good one, John Henry.
That morning, Josh fit the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Josh fit the battle of Jericho, and the walls came tumbling down. That morning, Josh fit the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Josh fit the battle of Jericho, and the walls came tumbling down. Now good morning, brother pilgrim, pray tell me where you bound. I'm traveling through this wilderness, over this enchanted ground. Now my name it is a bold pilgrim, to Canaan I am bound. I'm traveling through this wilderness, over this enchanted ground. That morning, Josh fit the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Josh fit the battle of Jericho, and the walls came tumbling down. Now there's no man like Joshua, no man like Saul. There's no man like Joshua at the battle of Jericho. I say there's no man like Joshua, no man like Saul. There's no man like Joshua at the battle of Jericho. That morning, Josh fit the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Josh fit the battle of Jericho, and the walls came tumbling down. Up to the walls of Jericho, he marched with a spear in his hand. Go below them, lamb, ram, Josh cried, cause the battle am in my hand. That morning, Josh fit the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Josh fit the battle of Jericho, and the walls came tumbling down. Now when the lamb, ram, sheep horns began to blow, and the trumpets began to sound, old Joshua commanded the children to shout, and the walls came tumbling down. That morning, Josh fit the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Josh fit the battle of Jericho, and the walls came tumbling down. Now there's no man like Joshua, no man like Saul. There's no man like Joshua at the battle of Jericho. I say there's no man like Joshua, no man like Saul. There's no man like Joshua at the battle of Jericho. That morning, Josh fit the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Josh fit the battle of Jericho, and the walls came tumbling down. When John Henry was a little baby, he was sitting on his mammy's knees. Well, he stuck out his hand and he grabbed a piece of steel. Says, gonna be the death of me. Well, it's gonna be the death of me. John Henry told his captain, well, a man ain't nothing but a man. And before I let this steam drill beat me down, I'll die with this hammer in my hand. Well, I'll die with this hammer in my hand. John Henry said to his shaker, well, now, shaker, why don't you sing? 'Cause I'm throwing 9 pounds from my hips on down. Just listen to the cold steel ring. Boy, just listen to the cold steel ring. John Henry said to his shaker, well, now, shaker, why don't you pray? 'Cause if my hammer missed that little piece of steel, tomorrow be your barren day. Well, tomorrow be your barren day. Some said he was born in Texas, some said he was born in Maine, but I don't give a damn where that poor boy was born. He was a steel-driving man. Lord, now he was a steel-driving man. John Henry said to his shaker, well, now, shaker, why don't you sing? 'Cause I'm throwing 9 pounds from my hips on down. Just listen to the cold steel ring. Boy, just listen to the cold steel ring. Then the captain said to John Henry, I believe the mountain's sinking in. John Henry laughed at his captain and said, it ain't nothing but my hammer sucking wind. It ain't nothing but my hammer sucking wind. Then they took John Henry to the graveyard and they buried him in the sand. Yes, and every locomotive come roaring by, said, there lay the steel-driving man. Lord, now there lay the steel-driving man.
All right, friends. Well, we're back. You're listening to Jack Norton's Old Time Radio Show, and this is my favorite time of the entire week. I know you love it, too. This is that time of the show where we solve listeners' problems through song. That's right. If you've got a problem and you need help, well, just email me. You can even write me a letter and or send me a telegram. I will do my darndest to solve your problem through song. I've got a big old pile of records here. Somebody sends me an email or a letter, instead of writing them back, I like to, just expose their problem over on the airwaves and then give them a little bit of help like playing a record. You're going to get the hang of this. Just stay tuned for another minute. You'll get what I'm talking about. Anyhow, if you want to email me, hello@jacknortonmusic.com. And a gal named Vivian Moore, why, she emailed me this past week. Vivian's a long-time listener, first-time emailer. And let me read this to you. This one comes all the way from Magnolia Blossom, Tennessee. Good old Vivian writes, "Dear Jack, conductor of my console." This is Vivian Moore, the gal who listens to your program every week while pressing flowers and pretended to be interested in all the suitors my mother parades through the parlor. But Jack, I have a secret that would make the church ladies clutch their pearls. There's a certain someone who stole my heart, and her name is Miss Catherine Bellamy. She is clever as a whip. She reads poetry like it's the Sunday funnies, and when she laughs, it sounds like music from one of them fancy French cafes. We met at the library where she works, and we've become what polite society calls very close companions. Next week, we're going to be taking a gal's trip down to New Orleans together, just the two of us, and I want to show her the time of her life without raising any eyebrows or ending up in the sort of establishments that give us trouble. I hear the Big Easy's got spots where gals like us can be ourselves without the whole world passing judgment. But I don't know where to start looking. What does a nervous Nellie need to know about showing her best gal a swell time down in New Orleans while keeping things discreet and respectable? Why, you always seem to understand the world better than most, Jack. Any wisdom for a gal with nothing but love in her heart and nerves knocking like crazy? Yours in hopeful confidence, Miss Vivian Moore. Well, Miss Vivian, I am so thankful that you wrote to me, and I'm even more thankful that you have found love with Miss Catherine. She sounds like quite a gal. My mother actually worked in a library, and I love going to the libraries. So it is, here in Mullet River, we call them libraries. I don't know if maybe you pronounce it library. Either way, I am so glad you found each other, and I think you're going to have a great time. New Orleans is a great city. I would say stop, listen to some jazz. Oh, eat like there's no tomorrow. Wander around, get into trouble, get out of trouble. You will be okay. If you want to get in and out of trouble, that is the place to do it. You're going to have a great time. We've been playing music by Josh White and his guitar. He's actually got a song called Take a Gal Like You to New Orleans. So this is my advice. You pick up that little old gal of yours, start heading down to New Orleans, and sing her this song. You guys are going to have a great time.
Take a gal like you down to New Orleans, dress you in a dress of red. Get you a house on the back of town, baby. Get you a folding bed, yes, get you a folding bed. Buy you a great big diamond ring, buy you a dress of blue, buy you a pair of high-heel shoes, baby. I'll be true to you, yes, I'll be true to you. Where did you get your pretty little dress? Shoes that you wear so fine. Well, I got my dress from a railroad man, shoes from a man down the line, Lord, shoes from a man down the line. Tell me who's gonna shoe your pretty little feet, who's gonna glove your hand, who's gonna kiss your rosy cheeks, baby, who's gonna be your man. Tell me who's gonna be your man. Now Papa's gonna shoe my pretty little feet, Mama's gonna glove my hand, Sister's gonna kiss my rosy cheeks, baby, and you can be my man. Yes, you can be my man. ring, buy you a dress of blue, buy you a pair of high heel shoes, baby. I'll be true to you, yes, I'll be true to you.
Monday I was arrested, and on a Tuesday I was tried. Now on a Wednesday I was sentenced, and on a Thursday train gang bound. If I could only make June, July, and August. If I can only make June, July, and August, I'll be a man. Lord, Lord, I'll be a man. Captain, did you hear about all your men gonna leave you? Captain, did you hear about all your men gonna leave you? On next payday, Lord, 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 on next payday. Oh, Ella Weaver, she got a man that you believe her. Ella Weaver, she got a man that you believe her. Where? Between her legs. Lord, 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 between her legs. Oh, Ella Weaver, she took sick this morning. Oh, Ella Weaver, she took sick this morning. The poor child died. Lord, 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 the poor child died. Oh, well, I'm glad that, what? Glad that she had good religion. Lord, I'm glad that she had good religion. She's heaven bound. Lord, 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 she's heaven bound. Well, I wish I had my big gun loaded. Well, I wish I had my big gun loaded. I'd blow her down. Lord, 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 I'd blow her down.
Well, it's love, oh love, what careless Now it's love, love, oh love, what careless love. It's caused me to weep, and it caused me to moan, and it caused me to lose my happy home. Oh, sorrow, sorrow to my heart. Well, it's sorrow, sorrow to my heart. Lord, it's sorrow, sorrow. I mean sorrow to my heart when me and my true love have to part. I cried last night and the night before. Cried last night and the night before. Lord, I cried last night and I cried the night before. Gonna cry tonight and I'll cry no more.
Well, you just heard Careless Love. Before that, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and before that, Take a Gal Like You. All of those tunes were by Josh White and his guitar.
Well, I've always been in trouble, 'cause I'm a black-skinned man. Yes, I beat a white man, and they locked me in the can. Well, they took me to the stockade, wouldn't give me no trial, and the judge, he said, you black boy, 40 years on the hard rock pile. Lord, I'm trouble, trouble, sure won't make me stay. Lord, I'm trouble, trouble, jailbreaks due someday. Wearing coal iron shackles from my head down to my knees, and that mean old keeper, Lord, is all time kicking me. Well, I went up to the walker and the head boss too, and I said, please, all you big white folk, won't you see what you can do? The sheriff winked at the policeman, says, I won't forget you no how. You better come back and see me again, boy, about 40 years from now. Well, I went back to the walker. He looked at me and said, buddy, don't you worry about 40, 'cause in 5 years you'll be dead. Lord, I'm troubled, trouble, makes me weep and mourn. Lord, I'm troubled, trouble, since the day I was born. Lord, I'm troubled, troubled. Sure won't make me stay. Lord, I'm troubled, troubled. Jailbreak's due someday. Number 12 train took my baby. I could not keep from crying. Number 12 took my baby. I could not keep from crying. Sometimes I'm not myself. Sometimes I feel I'm dying. She left me all night long. I could not help myself. She left me all night long. I could not help myself. I thought she was loving me. I found she had somebody else. I may be wrong, but I'll be right someday. Well, I may be wrong, but I'll be right someday. 'Cause the next gal I get will have to do what Papa says. I may be wrong, but I'll be right someday. Well, I may be wrong, but I'll be right someday. Yes, the next gal I get will have to do what Papa says.
All right, well, that was Josh White and his guitar. Two more tunes, Number 12 Train and Trouble. Guys, this has nothing to do with anything whatsoever. But I am a man who loves me some pirate jokes. And I finally heard a new pirate joke this past week. Let me tell it to you. What's a pirate's favorite subject in school? Art.
When the sun rose this morning, I was feeling mighty bad. My baby said good morning. Hell, it made me mad because I was evil, evil-hearted me. I'm just downright evil, evil as a man can be. Well, she even cooked my breakfast and she brought it to my bed. I took a sip of coffee and threw the cup at her head because I was evil, evil-hearted me. I'm just downright evil, evil as a man can be. I'm so out to the devil, trouble is all I crave. I'd rather see you dead than laying in your grave. You know I'm evil, evil-hearted me. I'm just downright evil, evil as a man can be. I'm just downright evil, evil as a man can be. Well, I don't even care if it rains from now on, and the gal I love had never been born, because I'm evil, evil-hearted me. I'm just downright evil, evil as a man can be. Well, I don't even care if my baby leaves me flat. I've got 40 left mothers. If it comes to that, you know I'm evil, evil-hearted me. I'm just downright evil, evil as a man can be.
Okay, well, friends, that will do it for the Josh White and his Guitar Spotlight show. Well, we're going to switch gears. I'm going to give you a little teaser of what we're going to be playing next week. Fred Kirby of WBT's Briar Hoppers singing and picking Hello, My Baby.
She's coming round the mountain with old Susanna, coming round the mountain all the way, with her knees a knocking and her dress a flopping. She's coming round the mountain all the way. Hello, my baby, my baby, my baby, hello, my baby, my baby, yeah. She's coming round the mountain, she's sweating like a fountain. She's coming round the mountain all the way, with her feet a dragging and her tongue a lagging. She's coming round the mountain all the way. Hello, my baby, my baby, my baby, hello, my baby, my baby,
Well, friends, you've come to the end of the line. This has been Jack Norton's Old Time Radio Show, and we are out of time. If you'd like to learn more about the show, you can find me over at jacknortonmusic.com. And, of course, if the good Lord's willing and the creek don't rise, I'll see you again next week. God bless.
She'll feel herself a-gloatin', you'll think that she's a-floatin' when she comes around that mountain all the way.